Greetings students, welcome to my class. How are you my dear students? I hope that you all are doing well and I hope the same for your family members too. Students, in the previous class we did the summary of the chapter, the third part of the chapter Glimpses of India part 3, and the part 3 name is Tea from Assam, which is written by Arup Kumar Datta. So in the previous class I told you the brief summary and we started the explanation of the chapter, and we just reached up to the half part of this, the third part, which is Tea from Assam, and today we will continue with the another half part and we will try to finish it, and we will try to discuss the question answers also in this class today. Students, before we start with the continuation, we start the explanation of the further chapter, I would like to tell you that this story Tea from Assam, which is written by Arup Kumar Datta, is basically, I told you that it is about two friends, Pranjal and Rajbir. Both are going to where? Yes, they are going to Assam for their summer vacation. And Pranjal, who was born and brought up there in Assam, which is called the tea country of tea. It is famous for its tea. Assam is famous for its tea. So they both are going, and they both are going to Assam for their summer vacation. And when they buy, when they buy the 2 cups of tea by the tea vendor who comes to them and says that would you like to have freshly made tea, and they buy 2 cups of tea, and they find that almost everyone in the compartment, they were enjoying the tea. So their journey starts, and when their journey starts, their journey of train, yes, when their train journey starts, Pranjal, he just keep himself busy in the study of or in reading of the detective books which he has with him. And while he was doing this, what was Rajbir doing? Rajbir was enjoying the scenic beauty outside the train which he was seeing, and it was green and green everywhere, and first time in his life Rajbir was seeing that kind of concentration of plantation, and so he was very excited. He was so excited, but Pranjal was not able to match his excitement because he was born and brought up in Assam, and so he has already seen all these things, so that's why he was not as excited as Rajbir. And Rajbir, because he was going to Assam for the first time, so he did good research, and whatever he read, according to that, tea was first invented or drunk in China. It came in the European, you can say that it came to the Europe in 16th century. So, and it was basically not drunk at that point of time as a beverage. It was used for more than more than as you can say medicinal purpose, दवाई के तौर पर ज़्यादा यूज़ की जाती थी, ना कि एक पेय पदार्थ के तौर पर. And then he describes, Rajbir tells Pranjal that there are numerous tales, many tales about how the tea was discovered, and he tells that it was discovered in China around 27 BC. And then he tells the two famous tales. He tells to Pranjal that there are one famous tales of Chinese emperor who used, and one is from the Indian tale is also there. So he tells, and meanwhile he tells that it is the first one, the former means the first means Chinese emperor used it and he liked it for its taste, and the later one, that means the Indian story, he used to get rid of sleep. That's why he used to use tea to get rid of sleep. That is where up to we have read, and now we will continue with the explanation of the chapter. So my dear students, I hope that you all have your books with you and you are on the same chapter and the same page number 95. We have read up to that tea came to Europe only in the 16th century and was drunk more as medicine than as beverage. तो Rajveer is telling these things to Pranjal, and he is saying that tea जो थी वो चाय 16th century 16वीं शताब्दी में वो यूरोप में आई और वो दवाई के तौर पे ज़्यादा यूज़ की जाती थी, ना कि एक बेवरेज यानी कि ना कि एक पेय पदार्थ के तौर पर. सो नाउ वी विल कंटिन्यू the further explanation of the chapter, my dear students, and the further explanation of the chapter I am going to do, so please pay attention. Now the train clattered into Mariani Junction. Clattered into means खड़खड़ाते हुए. The train, you know, whenever the train, you must have traveled with the train, that when train travels or the train moves, there is a lot of sound it makes. So that sounds, you know, तो वो खड़खड़ाते हुए मरियानी जंक्शन तक पहुंची. Clattered into. The boys collected their luggage, means they have reached to their destination and Mariani Junction, and now the boys collected their लगेज, जो भी वो सामान अपने साथ लेके आए थे वो उन्होंने कलेक्ट किया, एंड push their way to the crowded platform. And you know, as you can see in every part of the country, you go in at, you know, if you travel by train and you reach to your destination, when you get off from train, and then you will find that you are not the only one, and crowded platform you will find everywhere. It is the scene. So somewhere you will find, you know, not many people, or somewhere you find many people. Like if you go to, you know, big cities, you will find fully crowded platform. So they reached there, they collected their luggage and pushed their way to crowded platform. Because it was crowded, so they pushed their way, मतलब अपना रास्ता बनाते हुए जा रहे थे वो, पुश धक्का देते हुए. And Pranjal's parents were waiting for them. Pranjal's parents were already there. They had already reached to the platform, to the station and junction, you can say, and they were waiting for them. Soon they were driving towards Dekhiabari, the tea garden managed by Pranjal's father. So the name of the tea garden which was managed by Pranjal's father was Dekhiabari, or Dekhiabari is Dekhiabari, you can say. जो भी उसके द्वारा गार्डन को मैनेज किया जाता है वो है Dekhiabari. तो they were driving towards, वो उस तरफ बढ़ रहे थे. An hour later the car veered sharply off the main road. Veered off the main road means main road से वो नीचे मुड़ गई, नीचे. एक घंटे के बाद, एन आवर लेटर, पूरे एक घंटे के बाद जो कार थी वो नीचे उतर गई. एन आवर लेटर द कार वियर्ड मीन्स टर्न, मुड़ जाना या मुड़ गई. शार्पली, एक शार्प टर्न लिया, मतलब तीखा मोड़, और वो ऑफ द मेन रोड से नीचे जाने के लिए उन्होंने एक शार्प टर्न लिया, ऑफ द मेन रोड, तो वियर्ड. दे क्रॉस्ड अ कैटल ब्रिज एंड एंटर्ड Dekhiabari tea state. So they crossed. What they have crossed? What did they cross? They crossed a cattle bridge. Cattle means for the, you know, like sheep or goats or, you know, cows or cattle. मवेशियों का जो झुंड होता है, जो पुल पार करने के लिए उन्होंने बनाया होगा कि जानवर यहाँ से पुल पार कर लेंगे. मवेशी means, you know. So they crossed that cattle bridge and entered Dekhiabari tea state. So the Dekhiabari tea state में वो enter कर गए after crossing the cattle bridge. On both sides of the gravel road. Gravel means पथरीली road. The road of stones is full of stones, not very big stones, small stones. उबड़ खाबड़ रास्ता, ये पथरीली रोड जो होती है हम उसको ग्रेवल रोड कहते हैं. वर acre upon acre of tea bushes. तो वहाँ पर जब ऑन बोथ साइड्स ऑफ द ग्रेवल रोड, जो पथरीला रास्ता था उसके दोनों साइड, व्हाट वाज देयर वर एकर अपॉन एकर ऑफ टी बुशेस. जो चाय के पेड़ पौधे लगे होते छोटे छोटे, वो उस पथरीली रोड के चारों तरफ जितनी दूर तक, एज लॉन्ग एज यू कैन सी, एकड़ मतलब एकड़ों में फैले हुए थे. एकड़ अपॉन एकड़, एक एकड़, फिर दूसरा एकड़, एंड देन थर्ड, फोर्थ, whatever you can see, you will find only tea bushes there. तो जो बहुत दूर तक आप देखते जाओगे सैकड़ों एकड़ होगा तो टी बुशेस ही होगा, बिकॉज इट वॉज अ टी स्टेट. सो all nearly pruned to the same height. जो prune means being cut, जो टी के पौधे होते हैं बिल्कुल इक्वली सेम हाइट में काटे गए होते हैं. all neatly, बिल्कुल सफाई से, neatly pruned to the same height, बिल्कुल एग्जैक्टली सेम हाइट में उनको काटा गया होता है ताकि ज़्यादा बड़े ना हो. यू विल सम इफ़ यू गो टू असम, नो कभी भी, एंड सम time, or any time if you go to Assam, so you will find that, you will see that which is described here. आपको दिखेगा कि बिल्कुल बारीकी से, बिल्कुल सफाई से वो काटे गए हैं और बिल्कुल सेम हाइट पे काटे गए हैं. Groups of tea pluckers, and you will find women there, men there. So groups of women or men who are called tea pluckers because वो पेड़ की चाय की जो पत्तियाँ होती हैं उनको वो चुनते हैं वहाँ से पेड़ों से, और बुशेस, टी बुशेस होती हैं. दे प्लक द टी लीव्स फ्रॉम दोस टी बुशेस and they are keeping them there in the basket. Description is given. So this question may be or might be asked from you that what is the description of the tea pluckers. So then you can easily tell that group of tea pluckers with bamboo basket, बांस की टोकरी उनकी on their back. They, if you see there, if you go there, I'm sorry my dear students, please excuse me. So groups of tea pluckers, I have told you what are tea pluckers. Tea pluckers are the groups of men and women you will find there who are working there, and they are plucking the tea leaves from those tea bushes, who are spread wide open or acre upon acre. So विद बैम्बू बास्केट्स ऑन देयर बैक, उनके पीठ पे एक बांस की टोकरी बंधी होती है. वियरिंग प्लास्टिक एप्रॉन्स, और प्लास्टिक एप्रॉन्स मतलब एप्रॉन एवरीबॉडी लबादा होता है जब कोट्स हम पहनते हैं, प्लास्टिक एप्रॉन पहना होता है. वर प्लकिंग द न्यूली स्प्राउटेड लीव्स, स्प्राउटेड लीव्स मतलब जो चाय की पत्तियां हैं अंकुरित हो जाती हैं, जब वो फूल जाती हैं कोपले, तो वो जो चाय की न्यूली फ्रेश नई ताज़ी अंकुरित चाय की पत्तियों को उसमें वो प्लक करते हैं. दे आर प्लकिंग द न्यूली स्प्राउटेड लीव्स एंड दे पुट इन दैट बैम्बू बास्केट्स. I hope it is clear to you, my dear students. Now, Pranjal's father slowed down to allow a tractor pulling a trailer load of tea leaves to pass. So Pranjal's father slowed down his vehicle to allow. Why did he slow down his vehicle? उसकी अपनी गाड़ी क्यों स्लो डाउन करते हैं वो? इसलिए स्लो डाउन करते हैं so that a tractor pulling a trailer load of tea leaves means एक ट्रैक्टर है जो पूरा भर के चाय की पत्तियों से भर के जा रहा है तो वो पास हो जाए, to pass. This is the second flush or sprouting period, isn't it, Mr. Barua? Rajveer asked. So Rajveer asked from Mr. Barua, father of Pranjal, that this is the second flush. ये जो दूसरा लॉट है कोपलों के फूटने का या अंकुरित चाय की पत्तियों का है, यही है ना. जैसे हम पूछते हैं ना क्या ये दूसरा लॉट है ना, isn't it? So in English we say isn't it, right? So if you want to ask from somebody that this is the new shirt, isn't it? ये नई शर्ट है ना. जब हम बोलते हैं ना, so in English we say like this, that and he is saying this is the second flush or sprouting period, isn't it, Mr. Barua? उससे पूछ रहा है क्या ये दूसरा जो कोपले फूटने का समय है या फिर अंकुरित चाय की पत्तियों का समय है, क्या नहीं है ना पूछ रहा है. इट लास्ट्स फ्रॉम मे टू जुलाई, ये कब तक रहता है? दिस पीरियड लास्ट्स मतलब कब तक एग्जिस्ट करता है पीरियड, फ्रॉम मे टू जुलाई, एंड यील्ड्स द बेस्ट टी. और व्हाट डज इट प्रोड्यूस? इट प्रोड्यूस और इट गिव द बेस्ट टी. वो बोल रहा है कि ये दूसरे खेप है या दूसरी खपत है चाय की पत्तियों की, अंकुरित पत्तियों की, है ना मिस्टर बरुआ. एंड दिस सीजन और विल लास्ट फ्रॉम मे टू जुलाई, एंड इट यील्ड्स मीन्स टू प्रोड्यूस और टू गिव द बेस्ट टी. बेस्ट चाय, बेस्ट टी वो देगा उनको इस सीज़न में. यू सीम टू हैव डन योर होमवर्क बिफोर कमिंग. Pranjal's father said in surprise, and Pranjal's father was surprised that a small boy who has come here a first time and he has done the preparation or the research, so he's saying you seem to have done your homework before coming. तुमने अपना homework करके आए हो पहले से, तुम अपनी research करके आए हो. And he was surprised and he said in surprise, आश्चर्यचकित होते उसने ये उससे कहा. Yes, Mr. Barua, Rajveer admitted, and Rajveer said, yes, I have done my homework, he admitted, but I hope to learn much more while I am here. And he is saying that I am here but I hope to learn much more. मैं और भी ज़्यादा सीखना चाहता हूँ, और भी ज़्यादा सीखने के उद्देश्य से आया हूँ. Yes, I have done a little my homework but I want to and I hope to learn much more while I am here. और जब तक मैं यहाँ हूँ, मैं यहाँ पर और भी सीखना चाहूँगा, और भी जानकारी इकट्ठा करना चाहूँगा, as long as I am here. So students, we have completed the third part of this chapter, The Glimpses of India, Tea from Assam. That is the third part, which is written by Arup Kumar Datta. I hope the chapter is clear to you all, my dear students. If you still have some doubts, you can leave your doubts in the comment box, and you can WhatsApp me. Now my dear students, there are some fill-ups or question answers. Let's see, we will discuss it. Thinking about the language, my dear students. So look at these words: up, keep, down, pour, undergo, drop out, walk in. They are built up from a verb: keep, pour, go, drop, walk, and an adverb or a particle: up, down, under, out, in. Use these words appropriately in the sentences below. You may consult a dictionary. So I have done it for you, my dear students, and maybe you have also done it yourself, those who have not done, so I am telling it for them. So the first, a heavy dash has been forecast due to low pressure in the Bay of Bengal. क्या हो सकता है? बारिश हो सकती है. Downpour will be the answer, my dear students. Rakesh will major surgery tomorrow morning. वो एक गुजरेगा. Undergo, एक बड़ी उसका ऑपरेशन होगा, तो वो उससे गुजरेगा. Undergo. My brother is responsible for the dash of our family property. Drop out of our family property. Next, the dash rate for this accountancy course is very high. The upkeep rate is very high. She went to Enterprise Company to attend a walk-in interview. Walk-in interview में वो गई, जहाँ पे आप जा सकते हो, और yes, it is open for all. Now the second one. Now fill in the blanks in the sentences given below by combining the verb given in brackets with one of the words from the box as appropriate. The box is there and words are given: over, by, through, out, up, down. The army attempted unsuccessfully to throw out, my dear students, throw out the government. Scientists are on the bank of a major in cancer research. Breakthrough, एक बड़ा ब्रेक थ्रू मिलने वाला है ना, सफलता जिसको बोलते हैं. द स्टेट गवर्नमेंट प्लान्स टू बिल्ड अ बाईपास फॉर भुवनेश्वर टू स्पीड अप ट्रैफिक ऑन मेन हाईवे. बाईपास. Gautam's dash on life changed when he realized that the world is full of sorrow. Look over. Rakesh seemed unusually cast down after the game. Cast down. Now my dear students, this is, notice how this ing and ed adjectives are used. This is the grammar portion. Think of suitable ing or ed adjectives to answer the following questions. You may also use words from those given above. ऊपर से भी हम use कर सकते हैं. I have done it for you. Let me tell you, a good detective serial or television, what would you call? How would you feel? Na? So exciting or interesting, you can write. The debate on your favorite topic homework should be banned. Interesting. How you feel when you stay indoors due to incessant rain? Bored हो गए, बारिश हो रही, you want to go out, you cannot go out, so you will be bored. How you feel when you open a present? You all excited, or you can say thrilled. enthusiastic, joyful, joy, but we have to write ed, we have to add ed or ing. So excited or thrilled. How you feel when you watch your favorite program on television? Excited, obviously excited. The look on your mother's face as you waited in a queue? Excited, worried, right? How you feel when you tracking a tiger in a tiger reserve forest? Thrilled, excited, thrilled. The story you have recently read or a film you have seen? Interesting, right, my dear students? So this chapter is completed, my dear students. In this there are no question answer in third part, but in the second part question answers are there. Kuruk chapter question answers are there, and the first one, Baker from Goa, question answers are there. So please do those question answers in your fair notebook. The chapter is completed, the Glimpses of India. Part 1 has question answers as well as the part 2. Part 3 doesn't have the question answers, so you don't need to do, but the question answer may come from part 3 also. The tea from Assam, what type of questions can come? Like tea from Assam, the questions can come in short answer question, that who are going to their summer vacation, or one extract can be given to you and the questions asked from those extract. Tell the tales told by Rajbi to Bronjol about the discovery of tea. So these kind of questions can be asked. So there are no question answer given, but questions may be formed, right? So you must be prepared. You don't have to write questions in the fair notebook of this part, but the first and second part you have to write. So third chapter is finished, my dear students. In the next class, this is it for today's class. In the next class we will do something else, and we will try to do one poem. We will start, because the poem Amanda we will try to complete in the next class. And that's it for today's class. Thank you very much. Have a nice day.